Hi Scorpio, welcome to Friday, October 27th. Holy moly, we're almost done. Tomorrow is the lunar eclipse in Taurus, ending out a 2.5-year cycle of, I'm feeling like some heaviness, whatever you've been dealing with for the last 2.5 years. I hope that tomorrow sheds some lovely light on that situation. Definitely been feeling the clearing out of this heaviness. And the word that came through in your reading today was accountability. Ooh, these cards want to just jump right out. Worry, Knight of Discs. Interesting. All right, so we have worry, and so 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Discs, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ace of Discs, 4 of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck, and the 7 of Swords reversed as well. Just to open up this reading, so here we have Mercury and Taurus. Any communication that's been going on for you, or any sort of maybe problems with communication the last 2.5 years, that is sort of what's going to be addressed, or what is being cleared out with this being in your past position. This card also flipped out upside down, and when I flipped it, it turned it right side up. So this might be what you don't see, like whatever you've been worrying about, it's like change. Sorry, 5 is a number for change. That's what's passing. It's like a big change coming, and it's like it comes quickly, and it's like you don't even see it. Interesting. I think it's a good change, this worry. Into the Knight of Discs, we have ruin at the end, 10 of Swords, betrayal. Okay, and then the Princess of Discs. Okay, on top of this Queen of Swords. So with the Knight of Discs, something's been coming in really slowly for you. I really like his shielded energy. You might feel on the defensive right now, especially with this communication, this sort of worry card in your background energy. But this guy's looking towards the future, and he's delivering this pentacle to this princess, right? Of discs, who ends up giving it to the queen. And then you have the Ace of Discs here with power on the bottom and happiness. Taking those, sweet. And the star. Okay, so you might be going through a divorce that's here. You might be seeing the undoing of some sort of establishment of some sort, whether that be a spiritual establishment or like a physical one, especially with all this Pentacles energy here. To clarify your 5 of Discs, you have the 4 of Discs, which is power. It's how you use, sorry, it says Sun in Capricorn, so maybe by Capricorn season, you'll see sort of the fruition of using your communication to create an established new beginning for yourself from whatever this like worry is that's passing. Whoa, I had another thought that was like coming out, and then I didn't realize how to finish it. So the Knight of Discs was slowly coming through for you is your happiness. It's your 9 of Cups. It's you being emotionally satisfied in a situation. It's you feeling like the 10 of Cups in this deck is satiety, but the 9 of Cups in the regular tarot, it's like he's already satisfied. He feels satiety. And then the icing on the cake is like having community around you that also adds to your happiness or completes it because of the 10, right? So what's coming in slowly for you is your satiety. You're fully, perhaps now in this moment, this has been delivered in some way, shape, or form, and you're seeing this closing out of whatever worries you had, and you're in this sort of like new, you might actually be pregnant. She's pregnant in this card, in this Princess of Discs. You might be dealing with an earth sign. You might be working with an earth sign to bring about this Ace of Pentacles and wish fulfillment, which is pretty amazing. I'm very curious what this ruin is at the end of this beautiful card. I think this ruin is the end of your cycle of thinking. Interesting. Wealth reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. It's the end of you thinking or worrying about poverty or some sort of insecurity. It's like the end of your norm for your thought processes. Could also be somebody seeing you have this glow up and then coming in and trying to like backstab you, but that's not the energy I'm getting off of it. I'm getting that you're protected, especially with this Knight of Discs and the follow through with this Star and Ace of Discs. We can clarify this at the end, but I'd rather not worry too much about anything that's coming in. I think the Queen of Swords reversed, she can, and she has come up in our readings this week as somebody who is literally just out to say things to hurt you. The Queen of Swords upright is somebody who's blunt, and yes, what she says can be painful, but it's like an honest truth. The Queen of Swords reversed is somebody who says spiteful things to hurt you that are unlikely to be true. The Magus reversed, yeah. This is somebody who's come out in your reading this week. Also, it's somebody who's like trying to devise things to be their way by like speaking hurtful truths, potentially about you being in this Princess of Discs energy. Another way to read this is that if you were to desire to be in the Queen of Swords energy, you are not speaking harsh truths because you're afraid of what it will do to your security or how it will undo an established foundation. It looks like, though, in either reading, you're proceeding in such a way that not only protects your security, but brings about new beginnings in, again, this Ace of Discs, a really grounded way and a really beautiful, new, secure, established foundation, but also your wish fulfillment, emotional achievement. This star card's really beautiful. It could also mean just with all the colors on this that you're able to intuit more regularly. You could also just be doing, so if you wanted to embody this energy a little bit more, you can do some like twisting yoga poses, like a modified chair pose with a twist or something. It looks like also like maybe triangle or revolved triangle. Some twisting poses might help you to like unlock this energy of the star more easily into your life this month. What else? I think, ooh, what else? Futility reversed. So we have an Aquarius here. You have some Capricorn energy, Pisces in this Nine of Cups. Taurus, yeah. So whatever is coming undone is like, again, for this lunar eclipse reading for tomorrow, bringing in victory, yeah. So this 10 of Pentacles reversed and this 10 of Swords with the 7 of Swords reversed is literally, it's definitely somebody, I'm seeing somebody trying to take from you. This is Mercury in Virgo. So this may have started in Virgo season. It might be a Virgo. With Libra here, to also, this Libra has, there's like a little pentacle down here. Sorry. It looks like Sun in Libra, I think. I'm not sure because I think there's a scales there and then there's a sun. Libra season may have brought some really difficult times for you, might have brought some news about a betrayal. But again, with the Mercury here and Mercury here and the pentagram or pentacle here and the pentacle here, it's like whatever you've been worrying about in the past, it becomes fully resolved, especially as you achieve this Ace of Discs star victory. We're going to clarify with the tarot. We have the truce on the bottom. Four of Swords, completion. You might be seeing 444, the sun reversed. So I think we're going to read into like the different energies. So we have sword here and swords here. Like, what are all these swords after this beautiful unfolding here for Scorpio, for the Taurus lunar eclipse tomorrow, October 28th. Okay. Eclipse. It's the Eight of Cups. So the truce here is something you're walking away from. Or someone with this Seven of Swords reversed and ruin. Completing a cycle. And then we have the Hierophant reverse. What is this? What is Scorpio walking away from to bring in? Ooh, that was quick, this victory. Indecisiveness, I'm seeing 2 of Wands. You're walking away from basically everything behind you. You may have been in an established foundation that was bringing you happiness in some way, shape, or form, but it wasn't bringing in what you were looking for quickly enough. It might have been with a Taurus. It might have been with somebody who had anxiety or gave you anxiety for some reason. Like, maybe it was just something in, like, the way you operated with this other person, whether it was in business or, like, a romantic relationship. It was, like, not... You just weren't, like, compatible. High Priestess reversed. 4 of Wands and the Devil. 4 of Swords, sorry, and the Devil. You're walking away from ignoring your intuition about a situation that brings you unrest and keeps you in your vice, your state of vice. So whatever this worry is, I'm seeing this Devil goes on top of this worry here. It was just, yeah, a situation that was incompatible with you and who you are. And you were like ignoring your intuition in order to remain here or be in this established power, something that maybe brought you power, but like you had to ignore your intuition. Like, it could have been a really good job, but you had to, I don't know, like you had some vices that you turned to just to go to sleep at night, and this turned off your intuition. That's the message that's coming through, especially with this 4 of Swords. Like, in order to like lay yourself to rest every evening, you were engaging with some unhealthy habits. Yeah, and turning this away, this is clarifying your Ace of Pentacles in that Thoth Tarot read. Turning away from this devil behavior, this stuff that brought you worry, this thing that was like, gave you power but didn't give you a chance to rest. It's actually bringing in your Ace of Pentacles because you're emotionally vibrating at a frequency that is like more quickly altering, like the Magus, essentially, more quickly altering your, like, law of attraction vibration, essentially. So you're walking away from, like, having gotten to a place of power, or security in your life that is dissatisfying in this way in particular. Okay. I think the Sun reversed is also, like, to clarify with this Queen of Swords, this Magus, the Hierophant reverse. It's like, whatever you had accomplished here, it was like what you thought you were supposed to accomplish, or it was like what you thought other people liked about you. It was something that, like, you identified with your personality. And it was hard to let go of or hard to walk away. And you might be feeling a little bit like slow, like your new identity or your new beginning is like slow to come. Like you're not quite established yet, although you're feeling emotionally happy and like relieved in ways because you've let this go. It's like this new Ace of Pentacles is coming in more slowly than you expected. But you are very much like ripe for this Ace of Pentacles. It's like you had to establish this foundation first. You had to bring this pentacle to your Princess of Discs, which might mean that you were also just trying to establish a little bit more receptivity in yourself. If you walk away from something that is like how you identify, it can be easy to feel like a sense of like shame or self-blame, you know, and having to heal that stuff and do the shadow work, which it looks very much like you've done. Like we have to come to like a place of self-acceptance and self-love to be able to receive. So it looks like you've done that very well here, and you're bringing in this victory. What is this victory for Scorpio? I think it feels, yeah. You've overcome any attempts to like sway your attention or your vitality to other people's like, what do you call it? I'm hearing quiet. It's like you had like other people who were competing for your attention, or other things that were competing for your attention. And you've brought balance to this in a very super grounded way. You've also taken any of these attempts to put you off balance, or to like bicker with you, or to anything that's like really made you question your new direction, whatever this is. You've managed to ground it in reality, and you've transmuted these 5 wands into the 6 wands of victory. That's really cool. In the 6 of wands, actually I could be wrong. I was thinking in the 6 of wands, it's the guy holding the wands after getting to the top of the mountain. I think it is in the regular tarot. And in this one, it's like these wands are all quite balanced. And there's all these little flames of like vital energy here. What is this? Truce and completion for Scorpio, please? With the wish fulfillment. What is truce and completion with wish fulfillment for Scorpio? Wheel of Fortune flew out upright and then went sideways. So I think it's like, this is going to take you by surprise. And you're going to like hit the ground running once this Wheel of Fortune comes in. What is this truce for Scorpio? 3 of Cups. Some kind of community. Some sort of, this could be the idea of the triple-faced goddess. Like if you're not in a community, it could be the idea of you accepting like aging, perhaps. Maybe whatever you walked away from was making you restless because you had like in your, if you were like doing hard labor or something, and you've gotten to a place in your life where you're like, I just like can't do that anymore, or won't do that anymore. You may be accepting this sort of like new phase in your life, accepting a new identity. That came through very strongly with this card. But it can also mean that like these 5 of Wands people here, and then the Queen of Swords and the Magus reverse that you're leaving behind with the Hierophant reverse, it could mean like a community. And if you're going through like a separation or a divorce with that Hierophant reversed, it could mean embracing a different kind of relationship with others. Like if you're used to being in relationship with a significant other, it could indicate enjoying different kinds of company, going out and having a coffee with a girlfriend, or going out to like watch a movie. I don't know, just really like, just, I don't know why that's coming through as something you might not do, but this is like a new way of engaging in community with others. What is this Wheel of Fortune for Scorpio? Ooh, Judgment. Okay. So whatever you walked away from and however you've accomplished this has brought about a judgment, potentially from you on your own character. You might have experienced like a lot of judgment for walking away from whatever this was. What is this Judgment card? Queen of Pentacles. And Justice. So with the Hierophant, Judgment and Justice here, and the Wheel of Fortune, with the Queen of Pentacles, you might actually be in a legal situation that's closing out, and whatever judgment is made by this Justice is going to bring this wish fulfillment, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Star situation for you, as well as a truce and victory. Like, if you're in like a situation like this is a really great spread for you. It's bringing balance. It's bringing the ending to whatever these like arguments were. I'm hearing petty arguments, like back and forths. You may have also decided to walk away from like a really safe, established career into something like entirely different. Like I'm hearing like oil rig worker to like playing trumpet in a jazz club, like totally different careers. And this is bringing justice to your like divine feminine. Justice. So how does this justice play out, and what is it about for Scorpio? How does this justice play out, and what is it about? I'm hearing like divine justice, especially with Judgment back here, and then the Devil at the back end to clarify like worry and power falling away. You may have been literally like held back in a situation, or somebody was blocking your intuition about a situation by being in a Devil energy. Two of Cups wanted to come out, kind of staggered with the Three of Wands on the bottom. This divine justice is, it's about a partnership. Yeah. And this Three of Wands could indicate a partnership with somebody at a distance, or you moving. It could also indicate commerce. So you could be engaged in a business partnership that it brings your ships in. And I just think it's so strange that it's clarified here. Like, what is this? Ruin, futility reversed, and Ten of Pentacles reversed. Whoa, new beginning. Why is this new beginning clarifying? Futility reversed. Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely completion. I'm getting that quiet feeling again. So however this quiet came over with the Judgment, it's like, what I'm feeling is that this judgment call that you made, it was good for you and it was what you had to do, walking away here, but it really injured another person. And it brought you through this gateway, like 1111 gateway. We're going to clear this up. And I feel like if you are aware of what this situation is for you, it's going to be very clear. And if you don't resonate with this reading, you don't resonate with this reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We don't want to divine messages that are not for us, or else it's just going to be confusing. I think I'd like to clarify with the Dreams of Gaia Oracle and just get a little bit of like a super clear message. I feel like this lunar eclipse coming up has offered a lot of layered energy and sort of some unexpected twists and some heavy completions. So I think that's part of why that spread was so kind of like back and forth. It was like this layering on like the celestial cake of like divine karma and justice for the last 2.5 years. And so yeah, whatever this power struggle was that you were going through, whatever situations you felt like you needed justice in, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor more quickly than you believe, especially after tomorrow, especially if you've been feeling like it's been going slowly with that Knight of Pentacles that was here. You had the Ace of Pentacles, the Star, wish fulfillment, and then yeah, the Ten of Swords, ruin. So this might have come at the cost of you like needing to set yourself on the other side of a person or a group of individuals, like needing to set very clear boundaries. Woo. Yeah. This card flew out when I said boundaries. It's the Ten of Wands. Which in the traditional tarot is burden. So you might feel burdened by just the pure fact of having to like set your boundaries in order to like gain this freedom, to gain alignment. You might be feeling the burden of just being like the hammer and the anvil. He's got a hammer here and an iron there to like shape his sword, or might be a she. Either way, there's no gender in tarot. It's just energy. But you're aligned. You're aligned, you're enlightened, you're like fiery, you're like burning hot enough to literally like be the blacksmith of the sword that like brings that justice about, you know. I'm definitely getting this sense of just having worked with like these sort of animalistic, like instinctive base urge energies and like worked through the power of those. There's the bear, the horse, the wolf, and the eagle on here. So like maybe you've worked with totems, or you've worked through the sort of power of those animals, like just sheer raw natural like impulse, and you've managed to align yourself in such a way that you can wield those impulses into like transmute them into something that's usable. But in order to do this, you had to set boundaries with your community in such a way that it like very fully changed your identity, especially in the last 2.5 years. Interesting. We're gonna read this Ten of Fire. In this deck, it's the Ten of Fire. Fire. Self-mastery, mastery, evolution, enlightenment, light working, light being, discipline. Interesting. Mastery of both craft and self. I feel like that's like enough said with the devil in the background there, and then all that shift going on into your new sort of identity. That's it. You mastered yourself, your impulses, your base urges, and you may have been enmeshed in a community that was only vibing with you when you were in that place of like being ruled by those urges. Interesting. Anything else for Scorpios? There's 2 more cards. We'll end this out. Yeah, that's Ace of Wands. King of Air reversed. King of Swords reversed. Huh. Okay, I asked for clarity and I don't feel like it's very clear. It might be clear to you. The King of Air reverse, so whoever you've set boundaries with and whatever this new beginning is for you, this creative, fiery, like, ability to transmute, what I'm getting with this reading is that you left someone out in the cold or something out in the cold. You walked away from a situation. And it's like you didn't know any better when you entered into the situation. This is the Nine of Cups reversed. Like you lacked the self-knowledge when you entered this situation to be able to prevent this from happening. And we had the Wheel of Fortune here, so it's like that this was your destiny. Like this had to happen. And I was going to read this quote from the Red Book when we started this reading, and I like didn't because it seemed a little intense, but I should have listened to my instinct. I'm going to read just this one quote that I felt called to read at the opening of this reading. Gotta listen to those instincts, no matter how intense they seem, right? Sometimes it's just, I don't know. It's good to have discernment, and it's good to listen to spirit as well. Where in the heck is it now? It doesn't want to show up. Okay, here we go. So long as it is possible to murder the brother instead of oneself, the time is not ripe. Frightful things must happen until men grow ripe, but anything else will not ripen humanity. Hence all this that takes place in these days must also be so that the renewal can come. Since the source of blood that follows the shrouding of the sun is also the source of new life. So the whole idea of that is that like true mastery of the self, right, is to be self-sacrificial and in such a way like where you take accountability for all that you can take accountability for, to the extent potentially that you even try to protect somebody from themselves. But this is telling me that like you've reached a point of mastery where you understand that like there's some things we just can't protect other people from themselves like in. It's like their lot in life to like encounter that part of themselves, and stepping in between them and themselves in that way is actually a disservice to like their evolution. And it's like you didn't know this when you entered into whatever situation this was or into whatever community this was, and you've found a sense of mastery, but like it's really brought up a lot of pain, and it's really maybe hardened some people to you. Somebody's truth here is like in order for you to find this freedom, you like undid a 10 of Cups or like happiness situation. Somebody might be accusing you of being two-faced, or you might have been dealing with somebody who is two-faced, and you might see in the near future, you might be presented some knowledge as to like what their other face looks like, or vice versa. This person could finally be, or these people could finally be seeing like this version of you in the background. So there's this devil character with these 5 cards, like she's had her cards in her hand, But she's only here because this part of her was rejected. And this part of her is this, like, vulnerable self in the Nine of Cups reversed. So it's possible, too, that, like, you walked away from a situation where somebody was showing this, like, hard exterior. And in doing so, it's like you finally see this other version of them. And maybe they finally become vulnerable. But you've already walked away. Like, you've gone through this self-mastery. You're in this new, like, Ace of Wands energy. Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords in the traditional tarot is anxiety, staying up at night, like nightmares. But in this deck, her hands are bound by this lotus of rebirth, and she is, like, awakened to the sort of cosmic, I think her destiny, but, like, the cosmic, like, turning of the wheel, essentially. And this is what unbinds her hands. This is what allows her to, like, express herself and unleash her thoughts. The Hero. Card 12. Bear energy. Boar energy. The bear and the boar always inevitably reminds me of Princess Mononoke. I don't think there aren't bears in Princess Mononoke, but there are boars. The Seven of Cups, transformation. This is beautiful. All right, I'm going to read out from, this is the Hero, which is, like, if you're masculine or feminine, either way, this is somebody dedicating themselves to the service of others. So you may have had to go through all of this self-mastery and, like, separated yourself from a situation or a community that was not serving you. But this has occurred in your life so that you can transform into this person who's able to help others. And you'll be able to help others in this Seven of Cups energy, which is really interesting. Oh, there we go. Knowing, trust, faith, surrender, or surrendering of control. Release, peace, certainty, and being passive. Surrender to the flow of life. Relinquish the need to control. This is not the right card. Seven of Water. This isn't the Seven of Cups. I was wrong. Excuse me. Is this fire? I think I thought it was a cup because she's got this scrying bowl with a lotus on it. But it is fire. Okay, so you might be dealing with a fire sign, or you might be embracing, as Scorpios, I don't know, I think we're like the fiery part of water, just because Scorpions are like desert animals or creatures, and they're also like jungle watery creatures. They need water to, like, shed their exoskeletons during their transformational phases, but they can live in hot temperatures. So I guess this is fire. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So this is that Seven of Wands victory card. And you're achieving this through divination, signs, heeding your intuition, looking within, seeking answers, discovery, awareness, and trust. Okay, so we had the High Priestess reversed over here. You weren't listening to your intuition before, and this was, like, your devil. It's possible that you're, like, psychic or a reader of some sort, or you're able to help people somehow through your intuition. This is bringing about a rebirth, a transformation of your third eye, a transformation of how you listen to yourself, and believe in your impulses, your gut instinct. Like, at the beginning of this reading, I was like, I should read that quote from Jung, and then I didn't. It's like you're learning to do those things. The Seven of Fire represents a development and use of one's intuition to see the way forward and predict possible outcomes. You might also be working in, I'm hearing like finance. With the Hierophant that was here, maybe you've maybe you're like a financial advisor and you like were telling people like this is what you need to do with your finances in order to like prepare for the future, and you've kind of gotten to this place where you're like there's this isn't how I'm going to help people, like I need to do something else, and then you totally change your career and like establish a new foundation for whatever it is that you believe is coming in the future, and this helps people. This is much more helpful to people somehow. That's like a really specific message for some of you, but like it's not, you know, it's not hard to like look at the news today and see what's going on in our world. So I think some of you, like, you know, you might literally just be switching things up because you're like, we need to. It's just we need to. And it might seem crazy now, but this is how I see it going. And what I'm seeing from this reading is that your intuition is spot on, however, like, out there and weird it might seem, which is really cool. Trust your intuition on a regular basis, and you may find you observe more, and in turn, you learn more. You start to see and take notice of signs and messages along the way. Third parties can offer insight, but they see and understand life through eyes that have been shaped and influenced by their own experiences, not yours. Only you know what makes something, what something means for you specifically. Only you know if something is right for you. In terms of this tarot reading, that's the same deal. Only you know what messages are relevant to you. From here, if any. If so, please comment and like and share and subscribe and let me know. I like to hear your stories. The Seven of Fire represents a need to actively develop or trust in your intuition and instincts at this time. Look around you, observe, speak to the cards on a regular basis, and honor the truths revealed by going where your intuition leads you. Oh my gosh, would this speak to the cards on a regular basis? Whoever this person is might be like trying to also accuse you, like if you're a reader, like, or you're somebody who's started to embrace like a new kind of knowledge that like your intuition, or like gotten into some sort of divination, this person you're dealing with might be like accusing you of like making decisions based on the cards instead of like using your own knowledge. So you're being encouraged to understand the wisdom in intuitive wisdom, and intuitive knowledge as well, and to like to bring this heroic valor to your outcome. Self-knowledge, balance of your mind, writing things down, and this is the Eight of Water. More intuition stuff, reflection. Yeah, you're going from like with a mother, alignment. You're going from like just a place of not trusting yourself and being around people who question you all the time and being part of an established community that is like, this is how things are done, into, I have no idea how things are done, but my intuition has a really good idea of how to navigate what I don't understand. And I'm going to like work with it and tune into that and like help other people do the same. Woo. Okay. Scorpios, thanks for hanging in with me today. It's been a weird week. Couldn't even do my reading yesterday. If you want to enter for that 11/11 reading, I will announce the winner on 11/11 and offer instructions on how to claim your reading then. Otherwise, you can donate on my Patreon, on my Cash App. You can purchase a personal reading on my Etsy. They're all linked below. And if you want to send me a message on any of my socials, that's also linked below. Here's your final card, Bliss. It is from the Universal Truths deck. And it says, the universe is designed to spark people's blissfulness. Joseph Campbell said, follow your joy. This bliss is manifested by living our life in an open-hearted way, void of any narcissism. You might have been getting rid of a narcissist in your life. We subsequently create divinity in everything we do, knowing what serves the highest good and what does not. This facilitates an opening to the portal of great things happening beyond our imagination. We become thrilled by our endeavors, filling our life with wonder and love. Feeling blissful comes from the acknowledgement that something outside of ourselves is the ultimate source of all prosperity. I don't know if I believe that. Let me know. Do you think that? Like, is bliss from outside of yourself or inside of yourself? I don't know if I believe that. Bliss is the yet to be explored world that propels us toward the happiness that can only come from above. Whoa. So I think that what this is talking about is like the difference between ego consciousness and like spirit consciousness, at least in my belief system. I don't think that like those things are necessarily separate, but we can cut ourselves off or shut ourselves off from our like higher awareness and be in identification with our ego. In terms of this reading, that's really spot on, because you've like shed an old ego identity and are stepping into a new one. Huh. Interesting. I don't know about that. Bliss is the natural phenomenon that occurs when our holiness gets activated. Yeah, I think that's what it's trying to say. So let me know what you think, Scorpios. Thanks again for being here. It was supposed to be a short reading today, and it wasn't, as usual. So have a good weekend. I hope that lunar eclipse is great for you, and that our Scorpio season brings blessings. All right, thanks. Bye.